in terms of admin, you have a certain like agenda, a certain thing to pull off, right? So let's say that you need to ensure the security and well-being of students. If the students aren't secure and well off, it's your responsibility to address those issues, right? So UCT, they might have not expected these problems, but it is their fault that now they have to tackle them head on. They have to deal with them, you know. Democrats didn't expect Trump. Now they have to they have to defend all these basic things now, you know. Like, so that's UCT now has to carry the load of the students it's educating at the moment. It is their problem, and the government's is both their problems. The government and UCT, it's like they don't know each other. It's like they, and we like now the students we in bed together now. Like, so, I think that we need to mend this relationship with the government and our institutions. We don't. It doesn't matter if Habib and Price are doing whatever they're doing. If the Minister of Education, Blade doesn't even talk to them. They should have each other's numbers on speed dials. You know what I mean? Like it's because the thing is like if Minister of Education, what are you actually ministering at the like? I don't know. I'm just trying to look at it like the most simplest way. But in terms of higher education, I just feel like the way when the Fees Must Fall started end of last year, the SRC and the university went together. So there's no representation. What are we representing as students if the SRC and the institution don't like? There's no getting along with one another.
It's bittersweet because on one hand, like, you know, you're happy that your fees is taken care of, but then now you have to think, you know, there's for us black people, there's black tax. You have to like look after your young brother and your young sister. You have to renovate the whole house. You have to like do this and that, and then on top of that, you have to pay for this thing that I don't even know how long does it supposed to go for. Like I heard someone saying that they're still paying it and it's like their 10th year, like literally. So I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not looking forward to it, but you know, I'm just really hoping that as the youth, as we continue to challenge the government, that is something they really look forward to, because I think the way they put NSFAS in place thinking that they are solving a situation, but they're actually creating another crisis as well. Because like he said, you know, like you're just going to be tied to it. Then when do you start living your life? Should I start living my life at 40 when I finish school at 25? Then you see, like, I start making a living in my last dying days, of which that won't be fair, and then my kids, they also won't have a legacy for the one that I never left them. I mean, it's not that we can do, but I'm really hoping that, you know, the youth has been quite vocal, like, for the past 2 years, in as much as maybe the way that we state our points, maybe we might go the wrong way, but we feel like maybe that's the way for them to give us attention. But I really, really believe that as South Africa, because they did state in the TRC that free education was supposed to be for, you know, like for everybody in South Africa, which now they're just trying to find ways to buy their way out of it. But I would really like to think that education has to be available to everybody, be affordable for everybody, so that even for future generations it's easier, because we can't expect our kids 10 years after or 20 years after to be sitting in this room talking about these issues of like, I owe 120 from last year and I have another 60,000 this year. On top of that, I have to get a 70%. You know, all those things. Like, we're human after all. Like, I mean, there's so much that we can take. So I really, really hope that our government will step forward and try to work with tertiary institutions, and, you know, even with the conditions, you don't have to prove your poverty through 20 documents. I mean, it's humiliating as it is. Like, it's in as much as you don't feel it in front of other students, but even just you sitting there, like, you have to calculate your family income. Like, my mom earns 3,000, my father's 4,000. Like, this is what we have in NSFAS. Does that prove enough that I'm good enough for you? Like, those are things that they're dehumanizing people, and for them, they don't see it because they think that's just protocol. But literally, it's humiliating. And I've heard 4 or 5 people, like, literally stating such things of like, this is embarrassing. Each and every single year, like, I'm known at the police station for coming to write affidavit to do this. Like, it's just for me to beg to be given education as a person. Why do I have to beg for education if it's a luxury when education is a basic necessity for me as a person?
I don't know if UCT can like give loans directly to your students, like, and then you pay back the university, because like sometimes you sign with EY or something, and you struggling not getting a bursary like for res or. Because I mean, and also these things with the bursaries, it's not just about tuition. I mean, you know, you're gonna need the food, you're gonna need the clothes. Can't go on campus just like that, you know. So.
Sorry, just to end it. Like, I really wish that our SLC can be more vocal, you know. Like, especially because last year apparently that bailout fund was even less than 500,000.
Say that again.
The student bailout fund was like less than 500,000. I mean, 500,000. How many students are you gonna help? At UCT, like that's why it was embarrassing to see the SLC of vets raising their own 1.2 million. Literally, it was not even within the jurisdiction of like the authority of UCT. They took it on their own initiatives, like to, you know what, these are the students that are coming forward to us that are having these financial issues. We're going to help them. They approached companies, they did this, they did that. Last year, apparently UCT, the SLC, they got 1 million for funding, like from Old Mutual. We didn't even hear where that 1 million went to, or maybe it's still going to be added into this bailout fund. Because I remember they were raving about it on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook. They were holding the check. And then I was like, okay, so like I'm really hoping that probably next year the figures have to decrease. So we're just gonna have to wait and hear during registration week, because that's the make or break week for people. Like you see people like attending that queue, or you just see people saying, you know what, actually SLC like didn't come through again, but then these are the people that we voted for. They came making noise for us, saying that vote for me, I'm going to do this. But then when push comes to shove, they can't. So I don't know, and it's worse because we don't have SLC this year, so I don't know what's going to happen.
It might sound a bit juvenile, but I was looking at it in the context, like when you come in first year, they tell you for the next 4 years, this is what you're going to be doing along the way. This is where you're going to go in. I came in here to be like a CA. I wanted to be a CA. I did this science, finance with accounting. So for me, it's like, okay, after I get my GDA, it's 3 years articles, and then it's corporate world. I can start paying back all these student loans. And I was thinking that an institution like UCT should know the most about that issue. They should be, because I mean, they're the ones, okay, do this subject for this amount of hours, for this, in this amount of depth. So for me, in terms of finances and paying back the degree, you guys should be the ones trusting me the most, because isn't it, you saw my credentials before and you're like, okay, we accept here. So you guys, if it becomes a situation of school fees, I feel there should be some scheme there available for students to access loans. Like hopefully, like the interest is like understandable, just above inflation. No one needs to be getting rich off this. That's what we're trying to present value the money till now.
It's good because it's also mind opening. Like you also realize that you're not the only one who's struggling with the same situation. So like, yeah, it sort of helps me and guides me in terms of steps that I must take the next time. Like for this year, because I applied for NSFAS late. So yeah, and it was because NSFAS was closing on the 30th of November, 30th of November. So I applied on like close to that date, So yeah, I would try to, because the thing is, I was thinking that I'm sorted, I have a bursary and I'm confident that I'm gonna pass, but then the bursary just let me down. So yeah, but next time, like I know even if I have a bursary, I'll have to every time apply for NSFAS just in case something like this happens again, because now I'm really struggling because I can't even see my transcript. I can't even re-register for 2017, so yeah.